It is finished for Chairman Wontumi. Abusuya finally. A judgment no aba abontia. Right now no Chairman Wontumi ya sentence no for a year 20 years with hard labor. Abusuya sisi the Chairman Wontumi edinensa eguniti. Sa ni video or share ordinary tools or share from the nensa isi from the 20 Chairman so no abusuya ankusia ga na frakadam sisi ano Chairman Wontumi adikan aba be breaki ede amamo say ya found in the gigutia Accra High Court ayede a convicting of bets yet in the years and so asanso aba bontia right now Chairman Wontumi ya sentence no 20 years abusuya enye asam keto akra entino momi yanko na yenkonkuti ensema ekoso ye ba ye de aka ebeso amaso na asa na ebeko Ghana ha open computer papa na laptop papa na we use abura periodic computers and accessories in location enye yira kwan Okumasi Bookroom Estate a life number ya egu screen so ye ba ye de aka beto amaso.
Your test as to whether there is an issue of constitutional interpretation is whether the words in the constitutional provisions the court is invited to interpret are ambiguous, imprecise, unclear, and cannot be applied unless interpreted. If it were otherwise, every conceivable case may originate in the Supreme Court by stretch of human ingenuity and the manipulation of language to raise a tangible constitutional question. Practically, every justiciable issue can be spun to such a way as to embrace some tangible constitutional interpretation. Indeed, the Supreme Court in this Kwabena Bonfe and Attorney General, this is say, Sebio, a lawyer for you, very ingenious people. Omaji running very fast. Into one year, the Supreme Court will become the forum for every issue because at every point in time, lawyer need be a bit me at my work. I see interpretation in it. And when the lawyer has said so, no, it means whatever the matter is happening, the judge would have to state the matter and refer to the Supreme Court. So that is what the Supreme Court appears to be saying in the Kwabena Bonfe versus Attorney General decision. Brother, Osha, when we say senior, and you can never take away ingenuity from senior Atachia. As
As Jamabi, your mommy, why? DJ do me. Mammy, na yanko him. Na afena ya chemra no wi. Eti ya di ba case no ankasa wo de akodan court no. Woni wa?
But what for hini wa? What not on hini wa ni wa? What's happening? Yambo cha do.
Me no woni na suntre mu se.
Me na suntre mu se. Oh, enya hwe mi ni anti a. Ai, woni di machi.
Na muni vya masunte mu eye
debi
esa asumbo pa
eh mi na sunte mu se na ye nya boni bia ye nkan na ya sunte mu sa asumbo
ai obi bo wasuma ede ma me sa ngomda kazo me ma kwabo
kwa me asema wo kan ye no means obi ambo wasunda. You know, Obina, all kinds you, the wise say you need to get your enemies closer. You know, Nipano responding say it depends on the number of enemies that you have. If you have a lot of enemies, you can't get them closer. As a trono, it depends on the one or the.
Oh yeah. Now I wouldn't say SMBC Bible one. I bet him never tell see any.
Okay.
Odifo. Emma okachire me yonko difo say. Ewurade ayi akire me say bomasum. Wa bomasum a ufiri akopɛ jata bechiwo ama
Apanche.
Ario. Say bosom when say ofri wo call na jata e ko che ni
oh anya kwanse na went me sometimes I concern about you look so unreasonable but just respect it and do it you know
akoso ye wo ye nzo nyankwa
but coming back to the discussion now you know now me can say me senior judge here is an established legal guru of Mahama. You can't take that away from him. Me publications online. Me address to the court while raising some important constitutional issues in the address. And Brother Kwame, it makes very interesting, very, very interesting reading. And quite interesting. Very, very interesting. Why do I say it's very interesting? The offenses against Chairman Wontumi involves the Minerals and Mining Act. Now, Black Wontumi said the previous Minerals and Mining Act, 2019, in a MPP are buying amending, only the core parliament, and when we say at that time, now MPP were about 165 MPs in parliament. I've been advising these political parties, don't make laws out of happiness. Don't make laws out of happiness or to resolve a particular way. You need to think deeply. And at that time, out of every will be an an amendment to the Minerals and Mining Act. Abraham, I'll just read what the law says. Section 14. Assignment of mineral rights. Or say, a mineral right shall not in whole or in part be transferred, assigned, mortgaged, or otherwise encumbered, or dealt with in a manner without the prior approval. In writing, but you in what?
In writing.
Writing. So the approval cannot even be by word of mouth. It must be in writing. No, or say, a mineral right shall not in whole or in part be assigned, transferred. It will show about Wontumi say. A mineral right includes the right to possibly do reclamation. Because only concession won't mean reclamation and
Debbie.
But say ubet reclamation on that land no. When you see minister no in writing at the mouth that opportunity. Prosecution a case against chairman and say chairman, it may be true, sir, you have the concession. But a branch your friend or Henry Oku, and I send your friend. Okay. Concession also. Now, chairman, what do you say? Who makes me about concession also? Because, said you, who you say, Ubema Henry Oku. To me, say, on your reclamation on the land. Because, and Rana say, so we get near to Sana Mona, I just say, Minister Emma will approve in writing. Section 14. That is what it says. Now, section 94 of the same Emrano 99 of the same Embrano essay, and I, with your kind permission, mankind, or say offenses and penalties. And this was the amendment that was introduced under the MPP. Or say, a person who buys or sells minerals without a license in accordance with so and so, B, a valid authority granted under this act or any other enactment, a valid authority, commits an offense. So, Section 99, no, about the year, the office creating provision in the Minerals and Mining Act as amended in 2019.
Ayi council me pamucho 80
Metiba.
81 pound eye won ko tena ase anwini ade mi kinkan me ba oh session na say a person the working kan you the bar was say a person who buys or sells minerals without a license in accordance with section 6, 82, 97 and 104 or a valid authority granted under this act or any other enactment commits an offense and is liable to a summary conviction to a fine not less than 10,000 penalty units and not more than 15,000 penalty units and to a term of imprisonment not less than 15 years and not more than 25 years.
I never understood the reason for this amendment. And at that time, no, so a bad person should say, or person and say, look.
Council, my name for two can all quantum soon. A person who, without license granted by the minister undertakes mine operation contrary to a provision of this act, acts or instigates command counsels, procures, solicits, or in any other purposely aids, facilitate, encourage, and promote any act of Neja say, "Will be quite badam to for mine in the Maya Bida with the any Ningnam." Also,
okay, FM. Okay, 101.7.
Also, Kaze misama kwa baby emo emu ye Kaze timenga o sa try ni bim aba
Emma.
Emrana ye kenkan wa hanu.
Aye.
Eye galams you go to mind the we need license.
Aye.
Ena o kire mu se. Obi a be pa cho aha kire mu aha ma me ebra ye twa cancel. Obi bo bibi.
And obi bo bibi no efi eche ha. Okay.
Yeah. I say a person who acts or instigates as I just say.
Onipa bia o tu anamo na oye bibi.
Commands.
O she
counsels.
O tufo.
Procures. Procures
auto bibi
solicits
o bisa bibi ana ojiji bibi
aids
obuo bibi
facilitate
obi ekonuma ana ma kwanya ebeda ho
encourage
mi use the bin kanimbu
o shenkwan or promotes
ana o pia bibi pia mai kwa nkan na o hye bukena
wo sa nipa no kra na uka utunfo no ubatimi adam mining act ne yechewa not less than 50 years
no fita mi no
50 dia me mo na wo commande wo tu no fo wo ska ka man no
wo hye nkran eh utimi dem ha
15 years and not more than 25 years me kwaba
cobra eh
kaza me samu akwa baby o
Into Pakwame. Into in 2019, on the back. Remember, the provision in culture, no, sebi. Be kukum. Yamiya wadumna be a sika obet make it.
Okay,
The probation with now. Make me a charge for encouraging. For instigate. It may too awful, said Diaby. But at that time, no, the majority in Parliament. And then we say when, yeah, it does two things. Hey.
Kanzo jababi ye kakrama ye why da kakra
entun krama man se o de oka ubi e wanu ana atiko ubi na mfo fo nya kai dan
da bi wo pempe
afem to say me nka bi o ye onu me ka nam so wa wai ubi e wanu ana wa shi atiko
em se ono no ori mini so em se wa de mini mi do ka bia no o mu di code ato so tu kan na te hey wow of a minus act in some move but they law and act tell me now
and one runner aye
but ansem sam akwa ba
brother me bajo Wontumi kan
meton kan ye nto aso
Inti the American and say, "Oh, share the amendment that was done in 2019. The section 99, no, 2, no. I can say a person, particularly the D, act or instigate, command, counsels, procure, solicit, or in any manner purposely aid, facilitates, encourages, or promotes any act in contravention of a provision of this act commits an offense. Yeah. Until Ushe Adia Siniatatia Ediato Court now. You all can and say, I want you to go to Article 1911. Then
Article 1911 I mean me read the OCC aha Article 1911 the what true you say no person shall be convicted of a criminal offense unless the offense is defined and the penalty for it is prescribed in the written law. No person shall be convicted of a crime, a criminal offense, unless the offense is defined and the penalty for it is prescribed in the written law.
Article 1911. Now, okay, together with Article Sections 14 and 99 of the Minerals and Mining Amendment 2019 Emrana. What is promotion? What is encouraging? What is aid? What is facilitate? And then the BOPRA. And so to the extent say, according to him,
Ella also can say section 19 and then 99 no two no ebano must not be read in path. The young kind of na Supreme Court to need signal ya pa
read together. It means a vague, a broad. Anybody, I say unim petrolling.
A petrol near
Unim petrolling.
Bashani.
Omukuyi enam with the big vessels now. Omo the net no back to one vessel. No more the other end they to another vessel. No more enam side by side. So in that point, bibi bia sebi ewo that portion of ensure bia no will be cut. Into the upper chain, and say, I'm running a broad and vague. A broad and vague. Into what judge and proceed with those offensive to make a determination unless or court Supreme Court can show the provisions are proper and therefore a charge can be founded on it. The only challenge, and then say, you see, when you put up criminal charges, you are served with criminal charges, and you have an issue with the validity or otherwise of those charges now. You must raise it right from the beginning. Hello, Brother Kwame.
Was super with you.
You have to raise it right from the beginning. You don't answer to those charges. Because in this case, it does have...
So one tears here, Sanka, you not answer to those charges.
The issue in this particular case, I come back to say, the accused person had seen, say, these charges are proper. Had gone ahead to say, I am not guilty. Had gone ahead to offer an explanation. Had called witnesses to say, they are more canon. Say, your offense to Krana have not committed those offenses. So at this point where you are addressing the court, not at the who raising these issues about vagueness and others are. Baby, sir. At the time you were responding to those charges, what charges were you responding to? Now, Brother, I'll give you a clear instance. And now, Mr. Chachichikata, okay. The criminal charges are born. The offenses were causing financial loss to the state. You know, Mr. Chikata, every the same Article 1911 I say, there be, if you know, immediately I charges near the bond. You know, that be. I can't even prepare my defense because I don't know what charges I'm facing. It is woeful.
Okay, abusunya we ne ensema ekoso e political highway so chairman Wontumi abusunya sisi ade I'll call for 20 years and yeah the brema better master some je pene kokoti za ensemu ya de my gossip politics TV so